What is up, Legionnaires? Merry Christmas. I know it's the day after, but it is still the season all the way until next year. At least. I hope everybody had a fantastic day yesterday. I hope it's continuing into this day. And I cannot wait to break down some of these books. I thought that we would have a couple of light weeks, being that it's around the holiday season, but DC said no thank you and dropped tons of awesome books on us. There's a lot of cool stuff to talk about, and we're going to get into all that and more and hang out for a little bit. But first, check this out. Huge shout out to the homies over at Big Time Collectibles. Check them out on their website. Follow them on social media. You can find them on Whatnot. They're always doing some fantastic stuff. And if you need anything cleaner press, Justin over on Instagram can hook it up. The link is in the description. Be sure to hit that and let them know you found them via this channel right here. Take advantage of some special offers and all that kind of good stuff. And as always, a huge shout out and thank you to ABX Comics and Games, my LCS, where I pick up all these books every week, without whom I would not be here talking about. So big shout out to them. They have a great Facebook group where you can chat comics, tabletop gaming, all that good stuff. It too is linked in the description below. So yeah, good stuff there. Let's see. Let me hit this chat and we'll get rocking and rolling. A lot of good stuff to talk today. But before we even do that, go ahead and show the people waiting right now. Of course, we're doing the weekly giveaway. It is DC Day. That's what we do. We pass out some DC books. We got the next Beast World Lenticular, this time featuring Batman. It'll be in the giveaway. They've had one featuring Beast Boy, Black Adam, and now Batman. And then we have the new Teen Titans #1 foiled out of its mind. Look at that beautiful cover right there. So both of those will be going to a lucky winner today, as well as the DC Cosmic cards will pull at the end after we get the winner and see what cards are getting added to that. But hitting the chat, hooray, we got Las Cruces 1971 clocking in first with their woohoo. And of course, hello from New Mexico. And we got Scott second, sort of. Yeah, you don't have to count my comment, Scott. You got that second place. Hashtag we are Legion, because I wanted that shiny New Teen Titans #1. That was a comic I read from issue 1 until they started doing the Tales of and got confusing. Dude, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's such an iconic run with Wolfman and Perez. Such an iconic run. What is going on, Mad Respect? Good afternoon to you. Happy Christmas hangover to you alls. Yep. What is going on, Pop's Attic? Let's go, Legionnaires. Hope everyone had a good Christmas. I know that I did, and I'm fairly certain Pops did too. Chop and Drop, what is happening? I did have a great holiday. Hope you had a great holiday as well. I'm going to be celebrating until after New Year's. We kind of just let Christmas ride till after New Year's. I'm pretty sure like that's a standard tradition, isn't it? Like you keep the Christmas lights up, you keep the tree up, you're still eating leftovers for the next week or so. It's got to be pretty common, right? Got to be pretty common. What is going on, Kyle of Comics? Hey, all, happy DC Day, and we are Legion. Yes, we are. So I hope you had a very, very Merry Christmas as well. Ryan Riley, good to see you today. We are Mini. Hashtag we are Legion. What is going on, J-Med? Happy Comic Book Day all. Hashtag we are Legion. Absolutely. Yes, sir, it is. It is starting. It sure is. Taylor Winder, what is going on, good sir? Happy Boxing Day. Dude, in all sincerity, I didn't know that was such a thing until, I don't remember, a couple of days ago, sometime last week, and I was almost getting ready to get a post together for IG of just like Mike Tyson and just put Happy Boxing Day or something out there. Thought that would be pretty funny. For those that aren't aware, Boxing Day in other countries, they celebrate the day after Christmas. And when they say boxing, they mean like returning boxes, gifting box, whatever, just like the aftermath of receiving a lot of stuff kind of thing. But yeah, we'll be getting out and about here in a little bit. The entire family's off today. I do have to go up to work, though, and that paperwork that I have to do that I would have done on Christmas, but couldn't do it yesterday. And Kyle's going to run some errands while me and the kids go up there. What is going on, Jeremy? Hope you're doing good today. What's up, my boy? About to head out the door and hit up the LCS now. Awesome. There's a lot of good stuff out today. I hope everyone had a great Christmas. My kid sure did. Yeah, I saw the picture where he pimped his kid's room with all kinds of cool superhero swag. A lot of really, really cool stuff that he got up in there now. What is going on, Burke Family 54 Comics? Good to see you in here today. It's morphin time. Absolutely. Austin LeMay, what is up? Merry Christmas to you. Hey, gang. Aggressively relaxing. Always puts a smile on my face seeing you in the chat. Grab me that foil Wolverine. Which Wolverine? The only Wolverine right now that I know of that matters is this one right here, and you only have a couple more days to check out that video pinned to the top of my YouTube page. The event of the year, though, Hulk 180. So definitely check out that video if you're curious what we're doing with that. Got some big plans with that. Jurassic Jesus. Interesting. Yeah, my daughter got me this shirt. My 16-year-old got me Jurassic Jesus t-shirt, and it says, what is it? He came on the third day to exterminate the evil Neanderthal demons. It's like a Jesus riding a raptor, expelling demons. Good one. We got a 1 month member milestone. I graduated. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Remember, for 26th month, it's morphin time. Yeah, those milestone chats are really cool. You get like one a month, I believe. It's one a month. Ben Compton, what is going on? Hope you're doing good today. I did an Aquaman Christmas, and I'd say if you like the first one, you'll like this one. That's exactly how I was describing it. It was such a traditional sequel. Like, they took, like, it definitely has the same tones, feel, and vibe. You can tell it's the same cast and crew that made the first one, made this one. And it's a traditional sequel in the sense that they take the first movie and they do more of it in a shorter time span in the second movie. I thought it was really tough. I had a blast. I'm a big Aquaman guy, though. I really, really like Aquaman. So I'm an easy sell for him. Easy sell for him. Digger Jim, what is going on? Hope you're doing good today. Dropping those custom channel member emojis. You get access to those by hitting that join button down below. Hashtag DC for me. I know that. I know that. Who's fighting today? Yeah, everybody's fighting the crowds, I believe. Very similar movie, but it did feel like it was edited poorly. Yeah, that edited for time thing, I think it could have benefited tremendously from an additional 30 minutes that I'm sure is on the cutting room floor. Yeah, that hello all. This Tuesday did come fast. It most certainly did. Been a busy last week for me. House of L Comics, what is going on? Good to see you in the chat. I still have books from last week I haven't read. I got 3 books from last week I still haven't had time to read. That being said, I did read already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books from today. Like, there's a lot of stuff I was super excited to read, and it wasn't messing up any kind of reading order to kind of just put them to the top of the stack. But I needed to get them in. Gary Woods, what is happening? Hello. Hope everybody had a good Christmas. I certainly did. Everyone drop some comments. Let me know what your favorite thing you got from for Christmas this year was. What was the highlight of your swag? Good afternoon. Hashtag We Are Legion. Hope everyone had a great holiday. Certainly, Dale. You know, every Christmas is a good Christmas. Just try missing one. That would be terrible. Dale's going to be one of the featured guests this week on Guess That Key, Sector 2815, right here on YouTube. It's the #1 premier comic book game show this side of the Mississippi. You don't want to miss it. It's every other Wednesday. I believe it's this coming Wednesday. I'm pretty sure it'll be this Wednesday. Paul Cook, host of the channel, as well as myself, co-hosting the show, has Dale of Suspense and somebody else. I think it's Flo Dameron will be the other guest on there. It'll be Flo's first time. Dale is a returning contestant, but it's definitely going to be a good time. December is almost over. It sure is. You only have a few more days to check out that video. Was it worth the money? Big time. When I say was it big time, for me, like, we went and did the IMAX. I got tickets for me, the wife, Pops, Finn, Monkey, and then we went and we dropped like money on getting the Aquaman cup. I actually have it right here. The Aquaman cup that came with like a figurine on top, which the kids have already taken off. That came with like the big large popcorn tin. And then the kids saw these other popcorn tins. They had one of Aquaman and one of Manta. So we got one of these too. So we had fun with it, man. Taking the kids, indulging if you're able to, and all the cool swag they have to go with it. It really just amplifies how much fun the experience is. That's why you really can't replace theaters. It's a whole thing. Again, if you have the means, I mean, that was ridiculously expensive, all things considered. That's like what, like it was almost $100 for tickets for us. There was a family discount pack when you get like a 4-pack, which I got, then added one more ticket to it. And then with the concessions, it was like $70-something. So it's like, guys, just under $200 what we did when we went to go see Aquaman. But it's a group of 5, and we indulged in like the collectible stuff at the concessions. But that being said, it was still massively worth it for me and my family. And I can't wait to watch it again. Like when I'm looking back on the DC movies that released this year, you had Flash, you had Blue Beetle, you had Shazam! Fury of the Gods, and you had Aquaman. This one I enjoyed more than any of the other ones, with Blue Beetle being a close second. Definitely Shazam was the worst, and then Flash kind of comes after that. The Flash, man, that's such an odd one too, though. I mean, like that's one of those ones like the expectations were so high, and it was such a miss from what it could have and should have been, that it was the biggest disappointment out of all of those for me. Like I still enjoyed the movie, but it was the biggest disappointment. Everyone should have loved that movie, but Ezra was a miss. Like it was just so much was a miss with it. They wasted Dark Flash, and I don't know. It was just they didn't use the opportunity to like do something clever and smart with the DCEU storyline, with the whole Flashpoint thing. It was just such a huge miss, like such a huge miss. There were some really great parts in it, but the CGI and falling babies was terrible. Baby in the microwave. There's so many things that like I can't believe they went that route with. Shazam! Fury of the Gods was just awful, and like I had a blast watching it because me and my oldest went to go see it. But it was just absolutely awful film with a solid, entertaining ending to it. But what they've done to Captain Marvel is just doesn't work. And I'm glad that they recognize and have addressed that and have corrected him now in comics, so that moving forward, if you ever see that guy on the big screen again, it won't be in that ridiculous version of him. But yeah, Blue Beetle was just so fun, so well done. It was just fun. A little cringy at times, but not in a bad way. It kind of fit. But Aquaman, like when it comes to my DCEU order, you got like the Snyder trilogy, then Aquaman has always been right after that for me. Nothing's ever topped that. And this one's high on my list. Aquaman was not good. Aquaman was good, not great. Super fair. Super fair. Completely agree that the first one was better. Yeah, I absolutely agree. Happy New Comic Book Day after Christmas. All what is going on? The Adventurers Joe. I got Batman 900 BTC Black Foil in the CGC 9.8. I seen that picture, and it is gorgeous. It is gorgeous. There are so many to pick. So many to pick. Time with the Grandkids is the best present for me. Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. And I guess we really like hammered that nail in with what we got pops with that all them pictures and stuff. So the Aquaman cup wasn't shaped like a seahorse. Missed opportunity. 100. It should have shaped it like Storm. That would have been hilarious. What is going on, Trev, the shipping guru? Good to see you and Merry Christmas. Jeff, what is happening? Good afternoon to you. Gary Woods, I got an awesome 3D Spider-Man poster board with the word saying "thwip you." That's pretty cool. I've got an awesome like lenticular 3D Alex Ross Avengers poster up here that I get a look at from where I'm sitting here. Absolutely love those 3D kind of things. It's true to form lenticular. There's so much depth to it. You never get tired of looking at them. They're just beautiful. Absolutely love it. That's really cool. That's really cool. Aggressive says new Star Wars Prodigy just dropped on Netflix for Christmas, so I'm pretty hyped for first time I can binge new Star Trek episodes instead of waiting week to week. Dude, that's awesome. I know like this is a massive Star Wars guy right here. He's in the front lines of the fandom. I know that's got to be huge. Fantastic. Here's Steve Burke has dropped his order. Number 1, he put Blue Beetle. Number 2, he put The Flash. Number 3, he put Shazam. And number 4, Aquaman 2. I like them all though. Yeah, like so that's the thing. I enjoyed all of them. They were pleasant. Like, and I bet like if we really had the opportunity to sit down and break it down, the Flash being so high on your list is probably toward your positive bias to the character and liking the character, where I like the Flash, but I have more of a positive bias for Aquaman. And if you talked to me decades ago, it would have been the Shazam, but because I like Captain Marvel so much, I can't stand that joke of a character that they've turned him into, which Mark Waid has absolutely corrected now in comics. He is no longer what you see in that movie. Thank goodness. I had the opportunity, the opposite experience with The Flash. I watched with zero hope of it being good. Yeah, that's kind of how I went into Aquaman and seeing like the initial front end stuff and hearing about people talking about the editing, which really wasn't bad. They used some classic tropes like you would see in Indiana Jones to condense time and edit. And that's like, you think of Indiana Jones movies, like when he's traveling the world and you see like the world map and the little animated plane moving and the red dots. They did that a couple of times in Aquaman with Arthur narrating to get us to where we were going, opposed to like they did in the first movie, watching him and Mira flying on the plane and jumping out and walking through the desert and all that. But One of the scenes when he went to break Orm out of the desert jail, they kind of just narrated to him just being there instead of watching us infiltrate the jail. But we had been there before in the first one, so I get them making that choice of using that as a time spot to condense it. But they should have expanded it. I really think it would have been overall better. That guy Dale throwing them channel member emojis. I got some awesome Tampa Bay Buccaneer stuff. A t-shirt and some shorts. Go Buccaneers. All right, Jeff, scoring the sports swag. Not bad, not bad. Flash could have just been so much better than it was. Absolutely. I think that's the worst part about that movie. Aquaman is what it is. Yeah, it's like I'm having like there's like the reverse effect. Like everyone who saw the Flash early, like they ran it like it was going to be epic, like showing it at that early screening, moving its theater date up. All these reviewers saying this is the greatest superhero movie since The Dark Knight. It was like uniform across the board praising this movie, and then it came out, and you're like, yo, this is just a standard fun movie. So that gap from what everyone was saying it was versus what it was, that created such a vacuum. Like it was just terrible. And then Aquaman had the reverse effect. People were like, oh, and a lot of people are just big mad because it's Amber Heard or big mad because it's the end of the DCU or just keyboard negative warriors that just spout trash anyways. But they created like this sense of me like, I was going to go in there and watch it and see what's up with it. And I had a blast, had an absolute blast. I don't give a rat's butt about the CGI in the Flash. The third act of the story was a microwaved, messy baby. I completely agree with the CGI. I think the third act was pretty not bad though. I like the young Barry just kept running and running and running and running over and over, but they wasted 100% of the potential of Dark Flash. That should have been a thing. Like why we didn't have like a hyper time fight scene between speedsters made no sense in the Flash movie. Like, we're not doing this again. Why didn't y'all do it? Agreed. Even Keaton's Batman got wasted. I mean, he got the Batmobile, but we never used it. We sure did not. Tell you what, Batfleck was awesome. Batfleck was super awesome watching him kind of operate action-packed, and watching Keaton's Batman fight was super cool. The whole scene where they were breaking Kara out of the jail, I loved that. Absolutely loved it. Super cool. It was just, again, like there's so much cool stuff to the Flash. It was just, and that scene when he first runs back in time and realizes that he can do it. Wow, that was absolutely awesome. Is it going to make money? Is it going to bomb? It's done 40 domestic and 60 international. It's sitting at 124, I think, worldwide right now as of closing numbers to yesterday. So it's going to do what everything else this year has done outside of Barbie and Oppenheimer. So there's plenty you can say about the Aquaman movie. There's plenty you can say about superhero movies. There's plenty you can say about blockbuster films or just the movie industry as a whole right now that people aren't going to the movie theater. People aren't doing things. So there's problems on all those different levels, and you combine them. And like the only thing that you really see actual success from, like actual success was Mario, Barbie, and Oppenheimer. Those are the three movies for this year that actually have the legs that these movies wanted to see. As long as Hollywood uses people who are not comic fans and don't know jack about the characters and history, they will continue to turn out disappointing fans. Absolutely, 100% agree. It's one of those things. Maybe next year we'll see the cosmic balance happen where they start budgeting these movies for the actual audience again, because the craze is over. Like this ultra mega hype of people just participating in comic book movies. That's what the 2000 teens decade will be remembered as when it comes to movies and stuff. Like some decades are defined by the Westerns or the sci-fi era. That'll be the superhero era. And coming out of it, what'll be left are successful, good superhero movies that are catered, made for the core audience, because that's who will remain. You'll get some that do better and some that do less, but as long like how it was before this whole era of MCU, everything changed. Like it all ended when the MCU got its steam, when The Dark Knight Rises finished, they moved on to the next thing with DC trying to craft it and everything. And it just, DC never landed, never hit. I don't think that the DCU that's coming will be anything like what people are thinking it'll be, like the MCU 2.0. No, people just don't care. People don't care. The comic fans care, like casual movie fans check it out here and there, but you won't see. That was an anomaly. That was such a success, such a really cool thing that the MCU did, creating that and everything. But we'll see what is going on. Chris Comic Vet, throwing them Superman channel emojis. Good to see you in here today. Merry Christmas to you. Is Blue Beetle streaming yet? Yeah, it's on HBO Max, or Max as they call it. Indiana Jones is fun. Yeah, it was okay. It was a movie. I watched it a week or so ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, whenever it first dropped on Disney. Watched it, and then we turned it on yesterday while we were sitting at home between house visits. We're eating some Chinese food and fired that up just to have something on to take a nap to, and it worked perfectly. It put the entire house to sleep. I watched the Blue Beetle movie, and I got to say, I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it's super fun. Took my little guy to see Iron Claw. Was not disappointed. Nice. Yeah, I got to check that out. I'm excited to see that one as well. I'm sort of back. My internet went out. I'm on the phone. Welcome back. Welcome back. So this is where all the legends are hanging out. What is going on collecting with Durs? Hope you had a very Merry Christmas. Keaton versus the Kryptonian was worth the price of admission. Yeah, that was wicked cool watching him crawl up and down Nam and everything. That was super dope. Then he killed him. Back on the computer. There we go. It was a nice luxury to watch The Flash with everyone at Heroes, even though the movie wasn't great. Yeah, I got to tell you, like, man, that's one thing I didn't want to do is actually sit in a room with all of us YouTube people together watching that. I just know it wouldn't have been like, I'm like one of those optimize my experience for the first time people. You know, that's why I like the big screen. That's why I like going with the family kind of thing and all that. It just gives me the best opportunity. We've just been sitting there listening to somebody just like sitting there drunk, panning the movie. Like I would have been absolutely pissed. It would have drove me crazy. It was cool seeing all the multiverse, all the Superman, but 78 was not bad. Dude, I loved seeing all that. When we saw the Nick Cage Superman, dude, that was amazing. So amazing. I'm not saying that saved the movie or fixed the movie, but like, just like, yo, we got something that we can talk about afterwards. Gore Vidal, what is going on? Merry Christmas to you. Overpraise or deep hatred of anything reveals more about the critic than the merits of the product. I don't take those critics seriously. Yeah, that's super, super fair. Seems like people like that tend to have a bone to pick with something they're being activists for or against the product instead of just giving you their honest take of it. That's super fair. This is the most profitable year for entertainment products in history. The only people saying it was a disappointing year, CEOs explaining that they don't have any money for creatives. Bro, that is so not true. I know you've made that comment numerous times. Oh yeah, I would like to make a product that only makes $500 million at the box office and call it a failure. Dude, like it's not one of those like, oh, this is how much it made. It's how much did you put into it and how much did you get out of it. It doesn't matter if something made $1 billion. If you spent $3 billion on it, you just lost $2. It's just math. It has been the worst year for Hollywood on record. And God, I don't know how long. They put more money into this stuff. And a lot of it, I'm sure, and I hate to even say it, it's still after effects of the lockdown. Projects that were being worked on beforehand, and they just overloaded consumers with it. And theaters aren't really back yet. Like, I mean, it was just such an odd year, but dude, it was like looking at these companies, they are not what you think they're in terrible shape. Like they're not closing doors, but man, it's been the worst. Hollywood cares about making movies. They don't care about the comics. Well, that's where they made their mistake, my dude. There has to be a balance to that. What is going on, Brother John's Comics? But it is fair. They're in the business of making movies. But if you're that's like saying they don't care about books. They care about making movies. But well, if they're making Jurassic Park, they might want to read the book first. You know what I mean? Like so many movies that we don't even realize come from like literature. You know, like books that we didn't even know were on shelves, kind of thing. Graphic novels, even in a lot of cases, you gotta understand what you're making. It's like buying a script or screenplay off somebody, then not reading it and making a movie. Sorry, 200 million is too much to spend. 100 million is the most you should spend on a blockbuster. I 100% agree. 100 million should be like that one movie. You know, like there's a couple blockbusters coming out this summer, but there's one that they spent $100 million on. It's going to be massive. Like they have lost the ability to budget these, and that's why I've said it for like the past year. They are clearly laundering money or cooking books with these budgets. There's no way they're accurate. Godzilla -1, they made it under $15 million. The Creator, sci-fi epic, they made like 80 million. Like these numbers don't make sense. They don't make sense. They're absolutely cooking books with them. I think these movies not making money is more a reflection of the cost of CGI, actors, etc., than it is a knock against the story. Yo, that messed up budget. That's what I'm saying. I think they're cooking books. There ain't no way. You nailed it. We need the right people making these movies. When the people at the top of Marvel literally say, I don't watch Marvel movies. You know why movies are bad. Yeah, and then you have some creators like, hey, I'm making this show. I just read the comics. I don't like the character. I'm going to change it. Like that literally just happened. Let's go. What is going on? Shatterglass Comic Review. Happy day after Christmas. Circumstance. Good to see you in here too. I like the Blue Beetle, but they ruined the movie by making Jaime an effing idiot. I don't think it was too bad. I didn't really catch that. Everyone sees things a little bit differently. I think he was a little, yeah. His reaction to getting the scarab was a little out there. I think he got his wings by the end of it for sure. I got the first appearance of RoboCop this week. Oh, that's dope. Mine's right there. I think that's it, right? It's behind the RoboCops. Yeah. Mine's sitting right there behind me. Got some licensed property stuff up there. Like it. I like it. Got this new little King Kong figurine too from the wife. Kenneth Bird, good to see you. Hello. Merry Christmas. Blue Beetle is one of my son's favorite superhero movies. Yeah, I think that's what was one thing that was more enjoyable to me as well. It felt pretty family friendly. The kids have watched it numerous times. Return on investment. Exactly. What is going on, TJ? Merry Christmas, my dude. Good to see you in here. Yeah, but the strikes didn't help matters either. Yeah, dude, I'll be, in all sincerity, the only thing that the strikes directly affected is the celebrities doing press. And it made me think, how much do celebrities doing press hurt or help people going to the box office? Like, did you ever say to yourself, man, I was going to go see the Marvels, but Brie Larson didn't pop up on the Jimmy Fallon show and convince me to go? Like, does that ever happen to anybody? Have you ever gone to see a movie solely because Jason Momoa popped up on the Late Show? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, has that been what put you there ever? Like, at all? Anybody? Like, what else do the actors being on strike affect when it comes to these films that were already finished that we're just releasing? You know, oh, it tanked because the actors are on strike. How? What did they do or not do that got people to the theater or not? I mean, I could be missing something here. I'm wide open for suggestions on someone. Let me know what I could be missing. But from where I just can't think of anything. All this theater talk makes me sad. They're changing the old theater here into a medical facility. I was hoping they'd reopen. Well, I hope they let those patients watch some TV. When they showed the different worlds on the Flash, it would have been cool to see a world of the cartoon Super Friends. Yeah, that would have been really dope. I do like the fact that they put the Jay Garrick Flash on George Reeves' Superman world. That was pretty cool. I like that they at least acknowledge that. Hollywood needs to learn from the creators of Godzilla Minus One on how to make a great film on the same budget. Exactly. Storytelling, characters, all that comes first and foremost. Steve White, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to you. I guess that's what I should be saying. I think Steve's the first person to drop the Happy Holidays. I'm still on the Christmas kick, but Happy Holidays, Steve. J-Man, what is going on? Good day. Most successful film was The Terrifier 2. Budget was $250,000, made $15 million. Can't wait for Terrifier 3. Terrifier 2 was wicked. Terrible movie. Knew exactly what it was, delivered exactly what the fans expected, and made a huge success out of it. That's a great example of some movies are just bad, but they're meant to be. But yeah, that was wild. That was an experience watching that. I like how much it leaned into like the early 90s slasher stuff, like what you'd expect to see in like a nightmare movie back in that time. But how much of that $3 billion price tag to make the movie is for the taxman's benefit? The shell company, Crap America 4, paid premium price to rent IMAX cameras from another Disney shell company. Yo, when it comes down to it, like, don't sit here and argue, wonder, debate. All you have to do is wait for the quarterly earnings reports from these companies. They tell you. Like, we can speculate on it. We can try to find the formulas for it. And there is a way that you can kind of formulate these things. Like, you get a reported budget for something. You need to pretty much double it in most cases. You need to take away 50% on average from whatever their box office number is. That's what they actually earn. For example, Aquaman is touting 120 million worldwide gross right now. That means that movie's only brought $60 million back to the company. The company that reported a $250 million price tag on it. That means average out $500 million. Well, we know that they went light on marketing, dropped that down to $425. So they've brought in $60 million on a $425 million price tag. That's how you do that. Now, what you'll do is you'll wait for the Warner Brothers Discovery earning report to come in, and you'll see that it lines up 90% of the time with that formula. So that's how you do it. It's really that simple. And so all that other stuff for the birds, that's because that all is in there. It all comes into play, but that formula will serve you right 90% of the time, like with a very small margin of error. Jaime was an idiot. The GOG version of Adam Warlock that's discussing change of the legendary. Yeah, that was weird. Pretty sure that's not how marketing works. Not sure what that came in way before then, but that's the formula that I run these things in my mind through, that you kind of pick up over the years, and you'll see that it's pretty accurate. The reason these budgets are so high is the people that are getting paid stupid amounts that don't even work in the movies. Could be. I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot that goes into it, making movies overly complex these days, I think. Overly complex. As comic fans, I don't think the press matters as much, but for newer people and casuals, it's kind of like the constant commercials we get for everyday products. I guess that's true. I wonder how much it is to casuals. Like I wonder, like, making the rounds on like the talk shows and stuff, the late night shows, the people that keep up with those shows on a regular like basis. I wonder what kind of cinematic demographic they fall into. Like, is that the people who stay up late to watch those late night talk shows? Or there's like your chick flick crowd? Is that like your serious drama crowd? Is that your Hallmark Christmas movie crowd? Is that your superhero crowd? I wonder which way they kind of go, because everything has a demographic. It affects everything when celebs can't promote their own films. It affects how the stars make their money, how companies like Hasbro and product figures, how? That's what I'm saying. Like, you can say that, but in practicality, how? That's what I'm wondering. How? Like, people say that, but again, who thought, man, I'm glad I caught this on the Tonight Show. I'm going to go see that movie now. Or who said, oh, there's Jason Momoa. I guess I'm going to go buy Aquaman toys. I don't think that's how that goes. Let's talk comics. It's just fun being on here chatting with people. People don't become invested in the movies because of the hype and the promotions, then everything gets affected. Same thing when the writer's strike took place. I'm not seeing the correlation. What's the big next DC movie coming? That'd be Superman Legacy. We're getting the Creature Commandos. I think they said it's going to be coming in late 2024, but Superman Legacy, if they don't get that right, the entire DCU's dead on arrival. The DCU is done. Yeah, they're just calling it the DCU now, starting from scratch. So let's get into it. As a reminder, we got 29 people watching. These will be the ones that we run for the giveaway here in just a few. The books that I picked up that I have not had a chance to read yet. The first one up is one that got pushed to the very bottom of the stack. Flash by Night Comics, huge Flash fan. He said it best in a chat when we were talking about this series. This has become homework. Flash number 4 by Cy Sperrier. Not necessarily digging it. He's running through... dealing with what's called the Still Force and some ultra dimensional beings and stuff. It's just overly complicated and not really doing much. Issue 4 and the final issue of this, which has been fun, Batman, Santa Claus, Silent Night. This was the 4-issue Christmas book that dropped this month, where you have Santa and Batman teaming up to stop Krampus from assaulting people during the holidays. This has been super fun. I've been enjoying that. Didn't really think too much about it when it first dropped, but checked it out after hearing some good reviews and went back to pick it up. 4 issues, 1 a week, get in, get out. And that was pretty cool. He did the first appearance cover at least. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Kubrick created Creature Commandos. Yeah, the weird tales or whatever. I got the book right over there. It was a super cool cover. What is going on, Lee Newman? Good to see you in here. Flo Dameron, hello. And another one that I haven't read yet because I don't know what it is about this book. The artwork is beautiful. The story just feels like you're riding on an exercise bike. You're just sitting there working and going nowhere. And that's Tom Taylor's Titans, which it's weird that this book isn't absolutely awesome. It kind of just goes back to how I feel about Tom Taylor. The dude is amazing for Elseworlds. The dude is amazing for events. He's amazing when you bring those two things together. But ongoing series, he kind of loses me. The Superman John Kent book, while it was good, it really didn't do much spectacular stuff. Nightwing, I dropped. Titans is kind of working its way right there. What's going on, big guy? E. And then next up, we're into the stuff that I read now. Tom King. Jekyll. It's Penguin.
Oh.
Yeah. Tom King's The Penguin. This is super cool.
Jekyll.
This is super cool. Oh, wait. Here we go. I definitely want to hear this. Oh, hey, I finally had a chance to read Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow. Amazing love letter and swan song for the Silver Age comics. Yeah, dude, I thought you would really enjoy that. When I seen that, you were in the chat. I'm like, I knew like Taylor needs to read this. Alan Moore. It was that's the book that wrapped up volume 1 of Superman. It was just what a good book. Yeah, no worries, man. No worries at all. I guess I got to find something else cool to send you now. Make it a thing to send you short stories and convert you into a DC blowhard like myself.
Subscribe?
No, we're not doing that right now. I'll holler for you when it's time, okay?
No, I'm gonna stay right here.
No, we got no. Here, Knuckles. I'll holler for you when it's time. Is mommy asleep now? I'm assuming.
No.
She's not? Okay. But this has been really cool. It's pretty much Penguin being forced to come back to Gotham and take back up his place as crime lord. You know, throughout this series, it's been kind of episodic in how he's rebuilding his crime empire. He got the help, he got the goons, he got the femme fatale. Now he's kind of getting some muscle, the assassin kind of thing, the specialist in this one, and he's recruiting the Black Spider. It's a really interesting book that kind of touches on some real life issues with substance abuse in this one, and the concept of an addict and how that's beyond substance abuse and it's a mindset. You know, like drugs are a symptom of the mindset. And it was really cool how they unpacked that in this. Tom King's just doing some really, really exceptional work at DC right now between Wonder Woman, Penguin. I know it's not everyone's favorite. It wasn't even my favorite, but I thought it was pretty good. The journey was better than the outcome with Danger Street, but there's some really, really cool stuff. If it was Titans and Justice, it would be amazing. Exactly. Nightwing was great those first issues and fell off. Yeah, he doesn't go anywhere. Yeah, it's just weird. I'm a sucker for good reads. I don't care who publishes them. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. I feel the same way. There it is, the hashtag We Are Legion. Yeah, if you guys got a dip, don't forget to drop that. Boom, 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 boom. Everyone's started dropping out. It's a trend. Like, wait, is it time? Did we drop it yet? Is it time? I think J.M. DeMatteis and Pat Broderick created the Creature Commandos. Kubert was a regular cover artist at DC during that time. I defer to Pop. Hey, dude, yes. Like, we have so much trash, and I've been watching for the trash man. I've seen him go one way, and I've been worried he's not going to pick it up, playing catch up from the holidays. But Monday and Tuesday are our trash day, so I'm like, they better be here today. Next up, and my gosh, was this fantastic. Green Arrow number 7 from Joshua Williams. So this is very special for a number of reasons. First off, having a Green Arrow title back is really cool. Joshua Williamson is kind of like the chief architect right now at DC Comics. So what he writes is super duper canon. He has a way of, like, if you're trying to keep up with the greater DC, his titles are probably going to be good places to do it at, because whatever he references, whatever he brings into a story, you know, he has a greater context of what's going on and what will be used again or what will become important later down the road. And what this is, part of these Dawn of DC titles that are releasing, they're all slated as 6-issue series unless high sales numbers gives them an extension. Green Arrow was the first one to get that extension. So what we're at right here with this is part 1 of the extended Green Arrow. It's now ongoing. So you have a 6-issue story arc, which feels self-contained, really plays to itself. But with this issue opens up to the greater events going on. Ollie's back. He's back on Earth Zero, where he was kind of bouncing through the multiverse following the presumed death in Justice League 75, where the entire Justice League was knocked off. But he comes back, gets his new high-tech suit. He goes straight to the Hall of Justice to check in with his friends, and they're starting to touch on that idea that the Justice League has been disbanded for a while. And not like they're like, oh, Justice League no more, but they're like, yay, the Titans got it for a while. We can go handle some stuff in our own lives. And he's addressing the fact that that ain't right. The Justice League is a constant. It's supposed to be here, it's supposed to be going on, blah, blah, blah. We all know that the Justice League is coming back. It's supposed to be next year in this for its big to-do, but it's like they're starting to build that now. On top of that, we saw in the last issue, Amanda Waller killed Roy Harper, shot him dead, bang, bang. So first thing he's doing now that he's back is looking for Roy, and the best way he's doing it is catching up on what he missed by visiting all the Justice Leaguers. So it's touching on a lot of important stuff here. Yeah, my dude. Oh, you want to show him that? What do you got?
PJ Masks.
PJ Masks. You got all 3 of them, and what is that? Some dinosaurs?
No, this is the vehicle. So Gecko's is
a gecko?
Alligator? Or gecko. It looks like an alligator.
It does look like an alligator.
I think it's an alligator or a crocodile.
Uh-huh.
And Catboys is definitely a cat.
Definitely a big old cat.
Yeah, it must be a lion or a tiger.
Yep.
And Owlet is
An owl. Yeah, check that out. It's one of the many things. Yeah. Because nighttime is the right time to fight crime. Yes, sir. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, we'll open it later after you clean up the thousands of other things that you have scattered in there. Hester Smith Quiver was my intro into the character. I still love the first print hardcover. Yeah, good news. So for the past few issues, because Ollie has been kind of bouncing around, they've had Hester back, and it has been an absolute treat. Even in this one, you'll see some of the art shift through some of the iconic, well-known artists from Green Arrow's time in comics. It's been really good, really well done. A lot of love has been clearly given to this title. Very, very good. Let's see. What have I missed? Our trash man is Monday and is rescheduled for freaking Saturday. Wow, yeah, that's huge. Normally, when we have a holiday, it just backs it up one day. So that's not bad. That's awesome, buddy. You really, really enjoy that gift. Yeah, dude, these kids, they don't seem to take nothing for granted. They seem to be doing pretty good, despite the fact that they get a lot of stuff that hasn't seemed to have spoiled them yet, thankfully. Can we talk about how Marvel completely ripped off PJ Masks' art style? Canadian survivalist, what is going on? Hope you're doing good today. I actually have a Catboy figure I use to run around with my baby blanket around my pretend I was Catman. Oh, Batman. Nice. I saw him tweeting about being back in Arrow. Looks great. Yeah, it's super good. Next up, I'll tell you another one that absolutely sent me over. Absolutely over. And this is Justice Society of America, number 8 by Jeff Johns. Super great book right here. Jeff Johns is crafting its own pocket of the DC universe. They clearly are present in the greater things going on, but the JSA are doing their own thing, having big fish to fry in their around their own circle of people. Featured on the cover here, first time outside of the flashback stuff, we have the Red Lantern, and it's not the one that we saw in the Golden Age era, but turns out to be the daughter of the Red Lantern. She's on a warpath, psychopath, vicious, just murderer, and Alan Scott goes to address what's happening with her. All the while, the Huntress is still on her mission that we saw start in that last issue. Kind of the same thing with Green Arrow 7, starting us on the next part of it. The same thing happened with last issue, the Justice Society. We have Earth 2 Helena, a.k.a. Huntress, wanting to establish new members of the JSA built of reformed villains because it worked on her world before it was destroyed. She's trying to bring that philosophy over to this one. It's not turning out good so far, and she has her sights set on this Red Lantern character, and Alan's trying to tell them that ain't going to work. And Alan, who has deep ties to the Red Lantern, is trying to kind of insinuate to them that he knows a little bit about this. Y'all should listen to me, but he's keeping real guarded about the whole thing, rightfully so. And we're learning more about why he is and what he knows inside of the pages of Alan Scott Green Lantern itself. Issue 3 dropped this week from Tim Sheridan, diving into the origin of Red Lantern, how it ties back to Alan Scott's origin on a very personal level even, and dealing with the death of all these former members of Alan's past when he was in the Navy, discovering this Crimson Flame. We have the Spectre has been assigned to the case in Alan's absence from him being uncomfortable and not going to the meetings and looking into these murders. He's trying to solve it on his own and everything. The JSA assigned a member to the case, none other than the Spectre who obviously can unpack everything in his mind, holds no judgment against him, and they kind of work together to work on the case, and we get all kinds of really cool stuff in here. I will say the only thing that I wasn't too big of a fan on of this, I love the Spectre, but they kind of wrote him weird in this. While he's present, he's looming and all that, he's the wrath of vengeance, and they, for whatever reason, Tim Sheridan thought it was appropriate to turn him into the beacon messenger of God's love in this, which totally out of character for the Spectre. I mean, it makes sense in the conversation that's happening with Alan Scott, but not when delivered by the Spectre. Oh, yeah, the bat symbol. Show them.
That's the bat symbol. Wait a minute.
The camera's over here. Gotta hold it up. Boom!
And it's on.
It's on.
I'm going to turn this thing off.
Okay.
It looks red when it's off.
Yes, it does. Look at that.
But it's actually orange because when the light hits the orange, makes it orange. And I just tried it out in the hallway.
Did it work?
Yeah.
Very cool. Next up, what else is working is Detective Comics by Ron V. This has been amazing. We've been doing a twice a month run called Batman Outlaw. We get to see the fallout of that in the last issue. We saw Batman got hanged in the public square. Catwoman got the body, had a failsafe and everything, and had given him some poison ivy toxin to slow his heart rate down, and trusted that his neck was strong enough that the rope wouldn't break it. So they were trying to evacuate him out of the city to get him safe. The city's burning. This is like No Man's Land all over again. The Organs have won. They have executed the Batman in the public square. They were worried. They were wanting to execute the symbol of the Batman, the mask of Batman. They don't care if Bruce Wayne lives or dies. They wanted the public to see Batman die, and he has. Now that he is completely gone, they have turned on their reality engine. They're trying to reshape Gotham, and it actually seems like by the end of this that it's actually working. Like, they're cleaning, the streets are naturally cleaning up, crime's going down. It just seems like it's starting to be a nice place to live. But some of the people that are loyal to the Bat, they're not giving up. They're still present. You still have Azrael in the city, in the shadows, stopping crime. You still have Cassandra Cain sweeping the sewers, cleaning out. And there's still a lot more going on. Like, this has been such an amazing epic. By far my favorite Bat title that's on shelves. People gots to check it out. Gots to check it out. Can we talk about the Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong #3? Everyone is saying Godzilla killed Superman right now, and he took down Atom Smasher. Freaking great stuff in the series so far. Yo, it absolutely did happen. Saving, we talked about it earlier, the terrible version of Captain Marvel that is called Shazam. That imbecile came and got in the middle of stuff that he shouldn't have, and Superman had to save him by shielding him from an atomic blast, and it seemingly killed Superman. This third issue was a follow-up to that, seeing how people are reacting to that information while people are trying to address other kaiju stuff happening, as well as the Legion of Doom. It ended with Superman still being dead. We also visited Ollie on Skull Island, where he's running around with King Kong. Kara showed up there. It looks like it's about to just keep getting bigger. The next issue, we're supposed to be going down to Atlantis to see the King of Monsters face off against the King of Atlantis. I can't wait. It's going to be good stuff. It's going to be good stuff. Recession hitting Gotham hard with that little bat symbol. Yeah. Yeah, very much so. You know what was super sad today, though, in all sincerity? Like, bittersweet. Like, such a great issue, too, was Action Comics 1023. This is, it's not an annual. It says annual Superman. It is an annual 2023. I feel like this is the second one we've done this year, but this is the big finale to Philip Kennedy Johnson's tenure on the title. He's off Superman for now. It's sad, I know. We still have him on John Stewart. We still have him on Hulk, but this was the culmination of everything that he's done through his time here on the title, saving Superman, bringing fans back from the Bendis era, giving us hope again when we see this symbol on comics on shelves.
This was good. This was dope right here.
That was dope?
Yeah.
Super dope.
It's a little Batman book.
It is.
And it comes with a symbol.
But when I tell you this...
already seen this.
Yeah, that came with it?
Yeah.
Super cool. But this right here was so good. If you weren't already reading Action Comics, this isn't like you go pick it up and check it out kind of thing. I mean, sure you can. It's action-packed, huge stakes. We know that...
Steaks! Yummy!
Yeah. We know that without spoiling this one, we know that one of the twins that he got from World was kidnapped, taken to a different planet where instead of a Damien daughter, it was a planet of Al Ghuls. She ruled this planet. She conquered other worlds. She was siphoning life force and ability from Kryptonians worlds over, and she wanted one of the twins as her new vessel. She wanted to take that body so that she wouldn't have to keep finding more and more power sources. And it goes down in this book. And such a heartfelt, perfect, flawless ending to his run. I cannot wait to see where he lands next. I'll follow Philip Kennedy Johnson's to the gates of Valhalla if I have to. He's one of the most trusted writers I believe in right now in comics. But wow, huge thank you to him for doing such a good job. And lastly, the last one on the list for today is none other than issue #3 of the event itself, Titans Beast World. This is fun. I was saying it earlier. Tom Taylor does great with Elseworlds and great with events. This is great. Fast-paced. Covers a great list of characters. Oh, it's Two-Face. You have massive stakes in this. The story pushes forward. Super good. Waller kind of starts showing her hand. While we know that like Waller's been pretty much behind everything happening, you understand now how much she had to do with the events that kicked this off, or if she was like, is she just responding to the events, or is she the reason for the events kind of thing? What is the deal? How deep is she embedded in all of this? And it is so well done. So well done. Super fun. I was like, Titans, Beast World, I don't know. Then they're like, oh, it's about Starro. I'm like, okay, now I'm listening. And then I get into it like, yo, this is fantastic. It's legitimately good. This is how an event is supposed to feel. And I'm really, really digging these new formats. We do an event for 2 months instead of one issue a month, 7 months, 12 months, whatever, with tie-ins the whole way. No. Let's do an event. Let's do it in 2 months. Get in, get out before people get burned out with it. Give them a book or two a week, and let's just do an event. That's the way to do it. I'm completely convinced that I like events formatted like this now instead of the traditional once a week or once a month. We'll run it, keep adding tie-ins as we can. But man, it's so good. It's like he was projecting the big woman in Deuce Bigelow. Steaks, yummy. Bendis getting fired would give everyone hope. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing now. Last I saw, he did he had a couple little things. He was on Justice League right before they killed Justice League. He did. What was it that he didn't? That was Grant Morrison that did that. I don't know what else he did. He was on Justice League. That was about it. I don't dislike it as much as everyone else. I don't, but I understand why people do. There's some big things that happen. Like I'm a fan of aging John Kent up. I'm a fan of older John Kent and stuff like that. So I don't know. Those gas prices, Bruce rocking them bat skates. Yeah. Bendis writing some new Dark Horse title called Masterpiece. There we go. He might be good over there. I got to tell you, it's hard to be too mad at him. Like, dude is a phenomenally talented writer. Look at all that he did over at Marvel and everything. It was just, I think, like, you can see it with some other writers, too. We go through different times in our lives, like where you get older, you start having kids or you start having grandkids, you start seeing things differently, and that new perspective at the world might not translate so well to different characters and stuff like that. Look at Frank Miller. He used to be like prolific writer. Like he can see these things in a way that other people can't. Then as he got older, like he's not as cutting edge. He's not as edgy. He's just kind of weird. You look at the Superman Year One Black Label he did, and you're like, yo, this is the same guy that wrote The Dark Knight Returns. Like, I'm not seeing it. This same guy that did 300. I'm not seeing it. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't like, I don't know. Some people, you see their names and you just like can't miss it. Then you see their names now. You're like, I mean, I'm going to check it out, but we'll see. Maybe that's what happened to Bendis. Who knows? That also is the strong suit for Philip Kennedy Johnson. He's like a big time Family Guy, and like that's what he brought to Superman. And he did the connection with John and Superman, and brought that perspective, that hopeful Christopher Reeve style and everything back to it. And it worked. You look what he did at Hulk. Currently, he's got that little kid companion with Hulk, which is something I thought Donny Cates would have done. Donny Cates is kind of like always has like dad issue characters, and Philip Kennedy Johnson is dealing with a character that has dad issues, and he decided to bring a kid into it, But I don't know. Everyone's kind of different. Everyone start dropping that hashtag We Are Legion. We'll get ready to start pulling this giveaway. We're 7 minutes away from the show wrapping up. Give people time to get in on the action. We're going to be drawing some of the cosmic cards to go with these. If you've won in the past 2 weeks, Hector Ortiz, Taylor Winder, I have not shipped your books out. I've been busy. I've got them right here, though. They will be going out as soon as I can get there, my man, as soon as I can. But I'll make it happen. Y'all know that. So for those that don't know what we're giving away today, what you could win, this beautiful, foily, shiny goodness, New Teen Titans, issue number 1, Marv Wolfman and George Perez. Classic goodness here. The Titans are on top of their game right now. Titles everywhere. So what a good time to add that book to your collection. If you haven't read it, check it out. And then, of course, keeping with that Titans theme, we have the Beast World Lenticular. Every time one of these drops, I've picked it up just for the giveaway. We had the Beast Boy Starro the first week. And then the second issue, they did Black Adam that turns into a lion. Now we have Batman turning into a wolf, which is super cool. Been pretty wild. So those will be going to one lucky winner. Let me pull this giveaway in here. Share my screen, the giveaway tool, share. All right, I think it's this one. Is it this one? Add a stream. Yes, it is. We'll go with that one right there. 35 people watching. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. It's free to subscribe. Tell you what, it would be a shame to send you some free books and not even have that button press. If you want to consider supporting the channel even farther, there is a merch shop down below. You can pick up some cool stuff. It's a great way to support the channel, as well as hitting that join button. Consider becoming a channel member. And, you hit that join button. It doesn't do anything but give you the information about channel membership. And lastly, I do need to remind everybody that you got till the end of this month to check this video out and see if it's something that's for you. If you like the Hulk, if you like Wolverine, this video is definitely worth checking out to get the details on this channel crossover event. The second time myself and DJ Links come together like butt cheeks to bring you something epic for the community. And we went big with this one. So First Appearance Wolverine CGC 8.0. Do not miss out on your opportunity for that. Again, the time's running out on that. You got to watch that video and decide by December 31st if you're going to participate or not.
Yeah, Santa won't bring you nothing.
Or Santa won't bring you nothing. Definitely smash that like button. I appreciate that, Chop. Appreciate that. First Tuesday back watching this afternoon. Missed a few weeks. Definitely glad that you're back. Definitely good to see you. Got all those hashtag We Are Legions coming in. Got all those coming in. Again, I hope that everybody had a fantastic Christmas and happy holidays. Happy holidays. So coming up on the channel tomorrow, it's already available for channel members, but I got some product review. A company that you've seen bouncing around, the Comic Capsules, is a new product that a company has put out that they sent a bunch of testers around to a lot of content creators on numerous platforms to help get the word out. They sent me some a couple weeks back, and I started seeing other people posting theirs. So I just kind of waited to the end of everyone doing theirs to do one, because that way it's not kind of redundant and pointless and people don't say, I've seen one, I've seen them all kind of thing. So that'll drop tomorrow, and then back to regular scheduled stuff after that, which I'm not even sure what that means. I have some stuff put together. New comic list drops every Saturday. I have 3 live streams a week if you didn't know. Friday mornings is an open hangout. Tuesdays right here, right after lunchtime, we do the new DC Day. And every Sunday night at 8:30, I have the show At Week's End, which is a spoiler-filled look back at the week in comics, movie shows, and more. I appreciate each and everybody coming to hang out today. Finn, Scott wants to know, did the elves get back to the North Pole?
Yes.
Yes. They sure did, Scott. They sure did.
By Santa Claus.
Yeah, he came by and dropped off presents, and the elves rode out with him.
And we got if you don't have no kids, but I'm just telling you that, I'm telling you that if you don't have no kids, I'm going to tell you it. Okay? We got to hold our elves for Christmas Eve.
Yeah, they did get to hold him on Christmas Eve. Yep. Scott said, good to hear. Good to hear.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so that's going to do it. Again, we'll pull some cards right after we draw the winner. This ship's free worldwide if you're a channel member. If you're not a channel member, it's only shipping to the lower 48 for free. If you live outside of the lower 48, feel free to hit me up. I'll give you a shipping credit if you want to cover the difference. And the winner of today's new DC Day giveaway is...
Please be Pop.
Please be Pop. Let's see. Ben Compton. Congratulations, Ben. These are going to you. So let's pull him some cards. And you know what to do, right?
I don't know. Only superheroes?
No, just reach in there. You can't look. You're just going to have to reach in there, pull one out. Just pull one. Right, put it down and pull another one. We're going to get 3 cards. One at a time, though.
Why not
Right,
looking?
put it down, because we want to show them after you pull all 3. Get one from the back this time. Reach in there, see what you can find. Well, that's a checklist card.
Whoopsie.
No, that's fine. That's fine. No whoopsie. We just want to get one with a cool picture on it for him. Oh, man, you got 2 good ones. And I'll tell you why. Let me tell you why. All right, you know who that is?
Yeah, those is...
Is he right there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got Golden Age Hawkman going in there. Then you got 2 of the great battles. First one being Millennium, featuring the Spectre, who's a prominent character in DC Comics this day. And then you got, for the second battle, Crisis on Infinite Earths, featuring the Anti-Monitor, battling it out with the Spectre. If you're a big fan of the Spectre, do not miss out on Justice Society of America, the B cover this week, as well as Alan Scott Green Lantern. He is all through there. That's why he made the thumbnail today. Big congratulations and shout out to Ben Compton. Let me get these put in the back of here so I don't forget them. Boom. Those are added to your book. And we're going to have to get a stick-em note.
Stick-a-wee notes. Can I write? I don't know, right?
Well, I need to write his name so I know who they go to, buddy. But I'll let you do.
Write the name?
I just told you why. Here. Stick it on the book.
Which books?
That one right there. Boom. And then it goes right. Didn't want to stick, did it? There it goes.
No.
And then it goes right there. Those are the ones that are getting sent out. So, boom. Thank you so much.
The sticky notes.
Go check out the big crossover video for a chance to win that Hulk 180. Boom. There's the link. Appreciate that, Tyler. Appreciate that so much. And I appreciate everybody coming to hang out today. Again, don't forget to hit that like button. It helps battle the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that join button. Check out some of the merch. And until next time, as always,
we are Legion and like and subscribe. And if you don't like, still subscribe. That'll get more followers.
that's true. See y'all next time.